You wouldn't last an hour in medieval times. And here's why. The very first thing you feel when you wake up is filth. You're lying on damp straw that stinks like a barn, your clothes are shredded, and rats are already sniffing around your hands. Snakes slide across the dirt floor like it's their home, not yours. The air reeks of mold, sweat, and rot, and your body aches before the day has even started. Honestly, 60 minutes here feels like a lifetime. Your home is one single wooden room. No windows, no privacy, and a charming open-concept design where you, your family, and livestock all share the same space. The smell is overwhelming. Sweat, stale beer, goats, and mold mixed together like a cursed perfume. Curtains don't exist, and your cousin, who never left, is still snoring next to you. Even in the morning, you're never alone. If it's not the people, it's the rodents and bugs crawling in the corners. Privacy? That word hasn't been invented yet. Nature calls, but there's no bathroom waiting for you. Forget toilets, toilet paper, or even a wooden seat. Most peasants just have a bucket behind the house, already filled from last night. The smell? Biblical. If you live in a town, you toss it out the window into the street. People are supposed to yell "Gardy-loo," watch out below, but no one moves fast enough. Streets are rivers of waste, animal droppings, and mystery liquids you pray not to step in. Congratulations, your first walk outside is through an open sewer. If you're lucky, your town might have a public latrine. Sounds better, right? Think again. Imagine sitting shoulder to shoulder with strangers on a wooden bench over a pit. No walls, no privacy, and absolutely no fresh air. Small talk is optional. Gagging is guaranteed. And for nobles, things aren't much better. Their luxury is a hole in the castle wall that drops straight into the moat. Great design until enemies sneak in through the waste chute. Medieval bathrooms aren't relief. They're humiliation rituals with a side of danger. And just when you think food will make things better, here's your first nasty surprise. Bread could literally poison you. Rye bread often carried a fungus called ergot. Eat enough of it, and you'd start hallucinating, convulsing, or even dying. Entire villages sometimes suffered mass cursed outbreaks, not realizing it was moldy bread. People thought demons were at work, when in fact it was their daily loaf. In short, even the thing that was supposed to keep you alive could send you to an early grave. Welcome to medieval breakfast. Breakfast in the Middle Ages is not a happy meal. Forget eggs, bacon, or coffee. You're staring at a wooden bowl of pottage, a thick mush that's been simmering for days, sometimes weeks, with new scraps thrown in on top. On the side, a chunk of bread so hard it could double as a weapon. It's gritty, sour, and might even have wood dust mixed in to stretch the flour. This isn't food to enjoy. It's food to survive. You don't eat it. You endure it. And what do you drink with that sad stew? Beer. At 6 in the morning. Even children drink it. Not because it's fun, but because it's safer than water. Fresh water looks clean, but upstream someone dumped a chamber pot or a dead pig is floating in it. Small beer, low in alcohol but boiled in brewing, killed off the worst germs. It wasn't a party. It was survival. So yes, your medieval breakfast comes with a pint, whether you want it or not. Now that you're fed, time to get dressed. But don't expect options. You own one outfit. Just one. It's a rough wool tunic or a linen shift, stained and itchy from years of non-stop use. Laundry isn't a thing unless you haul buckets from the river, scrub with ashes, and pray for Sunday shoes. Don't count on them. If you're lucky, you get crude leather stitched together like a sack. Most peasants simply go barefoot through mud, dung, and sharp stones. Every step hurts, but even shoes could betray you. Medieval fashion introduced Krakow shoes, long pointed slippers that stretched several inches past the toes. They looked fancy, but they were torture to wear, bending feet unnaturally and making walking miserable. The longer the point, the higher your status, but also the worse your balance. Some nobles even had to tie the tips of their shoes to their legs with strings just to walk straight. Imagine paying for fashion that ruins your feet. Welcome to medieval style. And as if itchy clothes and terrible shoes weren't enough, Your body is already a playground for parasites. Fleas, lice, and bedbugs live rent-free on everyone: peasants, monks, even kings. Scratching yourself in public isn't rude. It's normal. Bathing is rare, because people think hot water opens your pores to disease. Communal bathhouses exist, but quickly get shut down for sinful activity. So you just keep wearing the same filthy outfit, scratching through layers of dirt, while the bugs win the war on your skin. Now it's time to flash that morning smile. Except you don't. By your mid-20s, your teeth look like they've been through a war. No toothbrush, no toothpaste, no floss. Some people chew on twigs, but mostly, mouths are full of cavities and rot. Toothaches are constant companions. And when a tooth goes bad, there's no dentist. The same barber who trims your hair yanks it out with iron pliers. No anesthesia. Sometimes infection spreads, turning a toothache into a death sentence. One rotten molar, one funeral. Think evenings were cozy with candlelight? Think again. Candles were expensive luxuries. Rich households used beeswax candles that burned clean and smelled sweet. Peasants couldn't afford them. Instead, they burned tallow candles made from animal fat. They smoked, stank like rancid meat, and filled the room with greasy soot. Most nights, people just sat in the dark, going to bed soon after sunset. Light itself was a privilege. Imagine rationing not just food but the number of hours you can stay awake. By sunrise, it's back to work. If you're a peasant, and most people are, you farm from dawn to dusk. Your lord owns the land. You just work it. Sowing, reaping, digging ditches, and hauling water until your back bends like a bow. Women do double-duty field work, plus cooking, childcare, and spinning wool. Children start helping by age 5. There are no weekends, no breaks, just endless labor. You don't work, you don't eat, and if you collapse, someone else takes your place. Even your free time comes with rules. In medieval England, laws required men to practice archery every week. Why? So the crown always had an army of trained longbowmen ready for war. Skipping practice could mean fines. So after breaking your back in the fields, you'd grab a bow taller than yourself and spend hours shooting targets. It wasn't sport, it was survival training. War could come any season, and kings wanted every man prepared to fight at a moment's notice. And the weather? It's not your friend. Winter means freezing in a one-room hut with holes in the walls, huddling around dying embers, your feet numb and swollen. Gathering firewood is illegal. In some forests, steal a branch, and you could hang for it. Summer is no relief. Your home turns into an oven, buzzing with flies and mosquitoes. You sweat through your only tunic, but can't strip down without scandal. Cold, heat, frostbite, or sunstroke, each season is just a new way to suffer. Religion rules everything. The church tells you when to work, when to fast, when to confess, and what sins to fear. Forget freedom of choice. If your cow dies, people might whisper it's punishment for sin. If you get sick, it's God's will. And if you doubt any of this, you risk being labeled a heretic. That could mean trial, torture, and fire. Belief isn't optional, it's survival. In the Middle Ages, faith isn't just Sunday Mass. It's the iron cage around your daily life. Life is especially brutal if you're a woman. Married off in your early teens, expected to have children non-stop, and every pregnancy could kill you. Childbirth has no doctors, no anesthesia, no hygiene, just prayers and hope. Your legal rights? Almost none. You're your husband's property. And if you step out of line, punishment is swift and public. For women, the Middle Ages aren't just hard. They're dangerous from the moment you can walk until the day you die. So would you survive the Middle Ages? Not a chance. Average life expectancy is barely 30 to 40 years, and half of all children die before the age of 5. Plague, famine, war, or childbirth, death is never far away. Every day is a fight against hunger, sickness, and the elements. So next time you complain about slow Wi-Fi or a bad mattress, remember this. If you woke up in the year 1325, odds are you wouldn't even make it to bedtime.